Hey, just a little bit of a garden update. I was gone for 2 weeks when the garden was just starting to take off, and this is what the garden I come back to looked like. It was taken over by grass. Well, I've been spending a little bit of time each day, and this is my watermelons. I've been cleaning all the grass out around here, working my way down. Um, I've got over here the sweet potatoes. They were kind of taken over as well, and I started clearing those out. I've got this a little bit cleared out here. I've got all this to weed, and then I've got some tomatoes here, and there's some watermelon coming up over here that volunteered. I'll let go, but I need to come down here, and right over here was some radishes that I had planted. They come up, and I got those picked, and I actually had so many of them come due right before I left. I picked them and then stuck them on the freeze dryer trays and froze them. I got back, I picked the rest of them and froze those. So watch for the freeze drying of radishes. I freeze dried those. Those turned out really good. So you can see there's watermelon coming up down here. I think this one was cantaloupe. And then I have some more watermelon down here and some more watermelon down here. I just need to go through and get some of that cleared out. Need to go in here and clear all this out. A lot of watermelon down here is taken over. This row, there's really not anything in here. Nothing came up, and if it did, it got drowned out by the weeds. So I'll be clearing all this out. And then if you notice the little Japanese beetle bags back there, when I got back, my wife had been changing them. Though both bags were completely above the taper, I dumped those out, and then yesterday they both filled back up again, and now today I'm not sure where they're at, but when it gets warm out, I think those will probably fill up again. So they're real bad this year. Last year they weren't, the year before they were, so it might be one of those every other year's things. So I'll be watching. There's a few starting to swarm around it, so they'll be filling up. So I changed them last night. I got both of them together, so it's attracting them pretty good to that spot. You can see as it's warming up. I don't know if you can see it too well. I might have to walk around to get to them. These watermelon here are kind of coming out into the yard. So they're kind of expanding out. But as you can see, they're starting to swarm around it already this morning, starting to warm up. So I imagine those will probably fill up today because there's a lot of them flying around it. So that's my garden update for today, and I'll get back. One thing here, I planted corn in here 3 times and it really didn't do anything, and now after I come back, there's mostly weeds in here, a lot of dill. So I'm thinking I might just turn this into doing dill each year, just let it kind of go in that little area. I've got one stalk come up down here from the first planting, and the rest of them I'm not sure how much corn is in there. I'll have to start pulling weeds to see where I'm at. And let's go over to the herb garden over here. See how that's doing. Oh, we've got some of these flowers are really coming up. Got flowers in here. I'll have to pick some of those, take some of those in the house. This is the lemon balm. I cut all that. Remember, I did a freeze dry on that. This here is peppermint and spearmint and thyme, Greek oregano. That's doing real good. The chives. And here's my asparagus. You can see all the seeds on them. They'll turn red and keep growing. Here's one of those that was starting to get some on it, and then I missed a week, and then they got so big, and now they're kind of much done for the season. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to pick some flowers, take those into the house.